Here's the thing I don't understand necessarily how it's gonna work out. But who knows? Anyways, we are gonna be doing endings, except for one. Well, okay. How I say this? These are not considered canon ending. The canon endings are ending A to E. We've done A to D so far. We're only missing E. Today we will be doing not E. We're gonna be doing F to Z because that's how the game works. I don't know how to actually explain it. There's a lot of endings. That's all I know. None of them from here on, from F to Z, are considered canon, and I'm just doing all of them. I really don't know how another way of saying. I might do this post credit. Who knows? Anyways, so first things first. Move into the game. Chapter select chapter 1 dash 3 underscore 2 dash 3 underscore 2. We load into this chapter. There's a certain point in this chapter that there is like a certain task that we need to do. And if we end up not doing it or doing it somewhere else from our original playthrough, then we can do something else. I just need to get to that point again. I believe here. I believe it's here where there is a timer for us to repair our system vitals. And if we were to let this timer run out, we get one of the endings, if I'm not mistaken. I did skip the cutscene, so I'm not entirely sure if it matches it, but I'll be waiting here for 30 minutes. 2.5 now, but regardless. Skipping ahead, probably. Five more seconds. Getting there. Believe that should be one of the endings. Unless that's it, that isn't. York cannot stand up to the might of the Goliath. Now their extinction is the only matter of time since the mankind will never regain its former glory. And that's one of the endings. Mission failed. Now my concern is, where does it bring me back to the thing? That's ending F, but like, and I'll move on to the next one. But like, oh, okay, it brings me back to the title screen. Thank God. And okay, I should also specify this, that every time you finish an ending, you should save before doing the ending, because any progress before that you will lose. I didn't really get a save there because there's really anything that's there. But if you were to go back to the load game screen, you can see that F is there. And if you were to pay a really close attention, right next to F, there's a K there. Unintentional to do FK, but you know, but the story behind it is I accidentally did K at one point in the game. I cut that part out. I'd still have that video clip there. I'll include that part when I do K, essentially. But besides that, that's it. Let's go to G now, which is relatively close in terms of where F is. We go to chapter 1-2 underscore 2.
オペレーター 210 から 9S へ聞こえてますか？
聞こえてますよ。
夜派部隊降下作戦が開始されました。速やかに敵拠点の防衛システムを解除してください。
了解しました。
Okay, when you first gain control of 9S, rather than going down the ladder, you go to the crane. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to lower the crane, actually. Let me just do that real quick. We walk to here. Nana was heard last to say was Nana's was last heard to say, I can't control my curiosity about machine anymore. I'm leaving so I can study them as much as I want. He was never heard from again. And that was ending G, Hungry for Knowledge. Continuing on, let's get to ending H now. We go to chapter select and we go to 5-2. I guess I'll just say, rather than going this path back to the city ruins, we go to the amusement park. We just go to amusement park, basically. And that's the end. If it will load. I don't know why I'm getting a black screen. Hello? Oh, there we go. It's okay. To be anonymous chose to abandon their mission, allowing the machines to wreak destruction upon the city ruin and resistance camp. The extinction of Yorha is also surely a matter of time. A mountain too high. These endings are a little weird, but that's how it is. I don't know. Anyways, on to the next one. If we were to load up chapter 8-1_2, which is the one where we fight Adam. After defeating Adam, original story was supposed to go to 9S. If we were to just walk away, or something like that. Anna's waited several decades for 2B to return, but she was never seen again. And that's ending I. No I in team. It's weird endings, but these are the endings, which I don't know why it's actually a thing. Either way, that is ending I. Okay, quick save done. We go into chapter 9-3_3 when 2B goes into the cult-like place. We go into the cult building and we get introduced to this. And if we were to just kill any one of them, in a sudden fit of temper, 2B wiped out the machine life form and no peace was born that day. Define peace. Bad judgment is there, ending J. Now, I'm not going to do ending K because I already did it. So here's the clip of me accidentally doing ending K. But I guess before that happens, TLDR, we're supposed to get a email from Jackass called Fish. We actually got it multiple times and I read multiple times throughout the Let's Play about her wanting to see like how it affects the body of Android when eating fish, and then I accidentally did it one time and got the ending that way. It was also around the time when we were supposed to go to Jackass for like a specific mission or something, or talk to her for something, and accidentally talked to her one too many times. Hence why triggering the ending. But nonetheless, for now, here's the clip. Oh yeah, I still have to give you that stupid fish. So this thing is called a macro, and apparently eating it will make horrible effect on androids. I'd love to see what it does, so go ahead and chow down. Don't blame me if you die though. Well, let's test it out. Well, I guess it's technically undercaught fish, right? Yep, that part's getting cut out. Okay, well. Wait, what? I don't know if it's how it's gonna edit, but let's go to ending L, which is I pressed the wrong button. Chapter select for ending L. We can have two choices here. Chapter 10, we can go to chapter 10-1_3 or go to chapter 10-3. Either one works, but I'm gonna do 10-1_3, or it just feels a little better in terms of continuity. When the village A resistance camp is being attacked. Rather than fight, we can leave the area.
まだ中に敵が
It might stop us a couple of times, but if we leave, we get the ending. Fed up, 2B left the camp, so its fate has decided to go fishing. Yeah, that's it, fishing. With a smile on her face, she packed up and headed for the coast. 10 years later, 2B finds herself hunted by both Machine Lifeform and Yorha assassins, a life she seems to enjoy more than her previous one. Ending L, Lone Wolf. These are weird. These are weird endings. Like, the mini story behind it, it's weird. Continuing on, now we're at M. If we go to chapter 14-3. Okay, so it will tell you to go to Pascal's thing. I just realized I don't have the map on because of my plugins. But if it tells you to go to Pascal, what you can do is to go to any location that isn't Pascal. You can go to, honestly, anywhere. And it should trigger it. I'm not entirely sure, but the resistance camp doesn't seem like it's working. I can't even transport. Huh. What's the closest building? I guess the factory is the closest building.
でも
Testing it yet again. I'm gonna go to the factory. Who knows? It doesn't allow us to transport. Oh, there we go. A2 suddenly felt like taking a little stroll. Though the walk gave her a sense of peace and fulfillment, Pascal's village has been reduced to rubble when she returned. Break time. Now for ending N, what we have to do is basically do what we did not want to do when we first visited Pascal's village. We go to Pascal's village either as 2B or 9S. There is one thing that we can do that we don't do. And what we can do, I'm just gonna double check anyone behind me, rather than
全員が
doing anything, we kill all of the bots. Why can't I hit him? There we go. Anyone waving a white flag should work. I'm gonna work from up down, even though I went dead first. Okay, what I'm gonna actually do, I'm sorry that this is mid thing. I'm gonna equip here, right, and I'm gonna customize it so that I have an OS chip for a mini map at least, and no objective. Kind of like my shockwave. I can climb up here. There we go. Am I seeing a flag down here? I'm pretty sure that's Pascal's actually. If we come down here, is there anyone here? There is. There's also a chest that I haven't unlocked yet as 9S. We come here, that's an exit, which we don't really care too much about. And now it's for anyone below the main platform. Before Pascal himself, I don't know. Now, did I forget anyone? Is the question. Oh wait, when were you here still? Did I forget anyone? I don't see anyone. Well, oh, I see one. You don't have to kill these guys on the slide here, is what I'm told, but jump all this area? There we go. A village of peaceful machine was wiped out through the action of one deranged android. Thus did the peaceful machine go extinct. Their village is now a haunted, forbidden place. Those who wander too close can hear the mad sound of an android laughter. No Man's Village. Now for ending O is a little bit on the easier side to do, I would say. If you go to chapter select 11-3. When we first land into here, rather than going into the city, if we were to just leave and go back to city route, the factory, if they can stop talking and hopefully trigger this. There we go. Some Yoha unit abandoned their mission, the operation failed, and every android met their demise. Well, except for the really selfish one. They were fine. Ending O, just you and me. For ending P, we go into chapter 11-6. And this is the one that is gonna take quite a bit. And this is kind of the one that is very annoying. I'll skip ahead to it, but I'll explain it on the way before I skip ahead. In this sequence, if anyone were to not remember, this is a sequence when 2B basically crash landed because of the virus that was in the bunker. And what ended up happening is that she also has a portion of the virus in her. And what we actually have to end up doing is just to let the virus basically kill her instead of what ended up happening with A2. Now, you can just let this technically go on for a while, but going and making it to the bridge makes the sequence a bit faster at the very least. I'm not actually going on the bridge, but nonetheless, sorry for any person that hates the sound. I hate the sound, but it's just gonna have to live with it. 20 more %. Yay. Goes up slower after like the last 10% for some reason. 99 and done. The virus reached 2B's central nervous system. She soon lost all sense of reason and ended up roaming the ruins until her power failed. And that is ending P, corruption. Ending Q is a bit of a doozy because I'm not sure where in the story would I actually need to do this. If we go to chapter select, go into chapter 11-7, which is also around the same time as before. There's 2 locations that we can go to basically trigger this ending. Now, I'm not sure which one will work, but one of the location is the resistance camp, whereas the other location is the desert area. There we go. Nano suddenly lost interest in 2B. No one knows why, he just didn't care anymore. Questionable action. Now, ending R, I think is an easy one to do. Go to chapter select, go to 14-05. And rather than triggering the fight that happens there, what we actually have to do is basically to kill any of the kids. Now, there actually is 2 methods of doing this. You don't actually have to kill them if you don't want to. Another way of doing it is going berserk. Supposedly. I'm gonna try both. If going berserk does not work, then I'll try
大丈夫かパスカ。
I'm supposed to talk to Pascal, but if we're gonna go berserk, excuse me, I'll go berserk here. Hopefully, it doesn't kill anyone. Oh, it kills everyone if I go berserk. Ah, I see. I know there's a tiny shockwave. I didn't expect it to be like that. Anyways, A2 had a bright idea that involved destroying every machine in sight. Pascal should only watch in can only watch in astonishment. Ending R, Maverick. Ending S is a little bit of a doozy because it also pairs up with a later ending. I'm just gonna do it multiple times because I want to do it in order for editing's sake. So what we're gonna do is ending 7-1. Alright, after hacking all 3 nodes and you go towards the tower, and you try to hack it, there's a sequence of Popola and Devila defending you. So Devila and Popola comes here and defends us, but what ends up happening instead of trying to hack while they defend us, we...
ポポルどうしてここに
leave them.
約束しただろ。は何言ってるんだ。 9S 今のうちに発見。ダメだ。デボルたちを放ってはおけない。このままじゃデボルたちは。
警告。戦闘地域からの離脱はアンドロイド、デボル、ポポルの放棄を意味する。推奨と。
くそ、ここまでか。
Of course, Devila and Popola died. Their lifeless body were found shortly thereafter, each clutched tightly to the other's arm. And that's ending S, escape, of city escape. Going back to ending T, we can go into any chapter we want. We can, and I'm gonna do 7-2 because we get the control very easily. We can do this as any character, honestly, what chapter you want. And we're gonna mess around with our plugin chips, essentially. And I'm genuinely surprised I haven't done this by accident. I'm gonna do a quick save in case something does like end up breaking. If we go to skill, plugin chip, any one of our chips, and I'm gonna do on type A because why not? It's the easiest one. Go into equip chips and we remove our OS chip. Caution. Handle with care. Removal of the OS chip will result in death. And we get ending T. Fatal error. Continuing on to ending U. If we were to go into chapter 6-1, you can technically do this in any chapter. 6-1 is just the quickest because you need to be in the bunker and you spawn in the bunker in chapter select. After some dialogue, you just self-destruct in the bunker. By self-destructing at the bunker, the entire structure ended up exploding in a spectacular fashion. But hey, it sure did look pretty from Earth. Somewhere in the depths of space, the commander still floats with the stern look on her face. And that's ending U, debunked. Going back into it, the next ending, V, we need to basically go back to the chapter where we were just at, which is 17-1. And rather than abandoning Devila and Popola, we need to do something else. But I'll meet you guys when I get back there. So once we get back to Devila and Popola, rather than actually abandoning them or hacking them, what we can do is fight alongside them. Another alternative is just literally watch them fight. Honest to God, it does not really matter. I just need a time spent here. There we go. That took actually a lot longer than I thought. Nano decided not to hack the tower in order to help Devila and Popola. It was a nice thought, but they all ended up getting killed anyways. That was ending V, reckless bravery. Alright, on to the next one. I might need to do a bit of things before going in here. I'm gonna go into chapter 7-2. Just real quick, change some stuff up. And I need to make basically a useless plugin that don't have any healing. This looks fine. I'm gonna equip this, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to chapter 1-1_1. Basically the first chapter. And what we're gonna try to attempt to do, because we're still at level 99 going to the first chapter, is that we want to get ourselves killed. There we go. The laser did not kill me, I'm surprised there. Anyways. The Yoha force was annihilated and Earth went on to become a paradise for the machine. That was ending W, Broken Wings. Next chapter. I'm just gonna double check everything actually, ABC. Okay, we got W. Next chapter we're gonna go for ending X is 11-6 again. And basically what we need to do is we need to go to the bridge yet again. I'll skip ahead to it, but instead of letting the virus kill us like previously, we need to do something else. Okay, finally got back here. I'm gonna skip this cutscene, and when we're controlling 9S, we're leaving. If we can leave here, I think so. There we go. Took too long. Way too long. A2 suddenly felt like taking a little stroll, and though the walk gave her a sense of peace and fulfillment, 2B body had been consumed by machine when she returned. And that is ending X. That took way too long. Oh my god, it took way too long. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna skip ending Y for the next video. And there's a reason behind it. It's just I'm skipping that as well. So the only two we're gonna be missing is ending E and ending Y. Alright, so we'll skip Y. We'll go to ending Z. I'm Canadian. We'll go to ending Z. Which is 14-1. And this one's relatively easy, actually, to do. It's just a lot of dialogues before you get there. And what we have to do is every time in this chapter when we go to the resistance camp, we have to help Pascal. Anyone who isn't paying attention, we always have the option to kill Pascal.
機械戦の隊同士の争い貴様も
いいえ、私の名前は
だからなんだ機械生命体に私の仲間を
そうですか。それであなたが
Now we always let Pascal live, but for this case, we destroy Pascal.
私の仲間を何人も殺した罪を
And that is ending Z, technically. A2 destroyed Pascal. Pascal's death led to the collapse of his village and its residents going out of control, resulting in the elimination of all androids on Earth. Overzealous. And that's it, actually, for all the ending. I'm just gonna go back into the game, into chapter 7-2, if I'm not mistaken, and just save the game in case that, if I were to close the game now, it kind of fucks up or something. But in the next video, we are gonna be tackling ending Y and the last remaining side quests. There is a correlation between them, hence why that is the case. But yeah, until then, that is it. I don't even know how long this video is. This recording has been going on for like an hour and a half. 10 minutes of which is for that one ending where it was the virus thing, which one time it did bug out, and then the other 2 times I just fucked up. I don't know. But either way, that is it. I'll see you guys next video.